Okay, today is leg day, and as usual, I'm going to take it a little bit easy today because of my knee. You guys can do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to warm up with squats and then I'm going to hit one of my favorite exercises of all time, the Bulgarian split squats. We'll see. I don't know if that's going to mess my knee up or not. We're going to find out. Let's get warmed up. Just wanted to see where I was. I don't really like the front squats, but I just wanted to see where I was with that. Okay. I think I'm probably okay. I'm going to continue to warm up with Bulgarian splits. I'm not going to use a lot of heavy weight on this stuff. I'm going to start with my left knee because that's the bad one. Man, I'm in the room. Let's slide that back a little bit. Come on. I was talking about streaming and why I don't do that yesterday. The biggest reason is if somebody's in the chat, like I want to respond to them. And I can't really do that when I'm streaming, so I just figure I record it. You guys can always comment. My God, I don't think I can do. I don't think I can do that weight, at least not on that knee. This one I can do all day. Certain amount of atrophy happened, I guess, since I injured it a few months ago. Oh wow. Oh. Well, do 15, see what that feels like. Maybe 12.5. Shoot. All right. Yeah, that's bad. That's hard. I'm gonna get an MRI of this soon. Finally. You have to go through the stupid rigmarole when you get an MRI. First of all, X-rays don't show you anything. Not when it comes to tissue damage. But yet they make you do an X-ray, which contains a certain amount of radiation. Not lethal usually, but still. And then they have to give you like a month of physical therapy or whatever it is. And then you come back, and if that doesn't do anything, then you get your MRI. It's like, why don't you give me the MRI now? Because I need to know what's going on now. You know, why are you playing games with me? Anyway, so I'm gonna have that done. We'll see what's going up there. Oh, I got another acting part I need to make a self tape for, so I'll be finishing that up tonight probably. A lot of stuff going on. Not a lot of money coming in right now, but whatever. Planting seeds. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good weight. Unfortunately, for my right knee, my left knee can't handle much more weight than that, so it's gonna have to suffer this week. What are you gonna do? Oh, yikes, man! It's almost 7 p.m. here. I'm just getting started on that. Had an early morning up at 2:30 to do something, and then I got to go back to sleep for a little while, but then I had to get up for work, and then I had to work until, well, really the work part of the work only lasted till about 1:30. Then I went to take a nap, and next thing I know, it's 5 o'clock. So I don't know about you guys, but falling asleep in the middle of the day feels icky when you wake up. It's like just the whole world. It feels like you're sick or something. Like you shouldn't be sleeping in the middle of the day, at least not that long. But I worked out really hard yesterday, and I think that combined with getting up early did it. Yeah, this is very awkward. I can feel the piercing in my knee as I do it, so I'm trying to take it easy. Walk that line like Johnny Cash. Oh. Way to go. Do two more. Well, three more. Whoa, I'm starting to feel it right. Now I think I'm going to do some traditional squats because I know at least I can handle those. Shoot. Every time I work out with my trainer, we get footage of me training, and it produces better content than what you're seeing right now. But this isn't supposed to be pretty anyway. This is just supposed to hopefully motivate and just kind of like share my lifestyle with you guys. But these are rough times, and working out the demons is essential for me. I don't know about you guys, but it takes me to a different world. It puts me in a better headspace. And I know it's only temporary, but we can't solve the problems of the world ourselves. So we have to try to make the best we can out of the lives we have and get peace of mind however we can. Working out in my mind is like the best by far way to do that. All right, let me hit regular squats here. Okay, you guys need to let me hit regular squat. Anyway, just a quick, and then I'll get off my soapbox. The only way things are going to change in this country for people that think things are great, wonderful, happy for you. I think people, which I think I would say a majority of us that don't like it, the only way things change is for us to get together, band together, put the phones away, and do something about it. Politicians aren't going to save us. Police aren't going to save us. The military's not going to save us. And the president sure is only going to save us. So we want to change things. We have to make a stand. It would be great if we had a plan to go along with it, but at this point, just making a stand would be something. All right, so I'm going to do my soapbox. That's just my opinion. And I'm going to get to what I'm here for. It's this. This is what an individual can do to fight bad fight. Better yourself. You're not hurting anybody. You're not messing with anybody. You're just, except for yourself, maybe. You're just getting a good workout in, a good burn. Oh man, I know this looks really crazy with my left knee being what it is. I'm trying to go down a little further than I normally do though. I'm gonna do one more set. Just a little bit more weight. That'll be it. Right. don't know if you guys can see it. There's like a little striped box at the edge of the screen there. I'm gonna have to fix that. I think you should be able to see me okay, but I gotta, for my own, um, for my own mental peace of mind, I can change it. All right, I'll put a couple of 35s on, and we'll see. I mean, I really should. I want to get back to doing at least 225 on this. For working sets. Even if my right knee does all the work. All right. Wonder if one-legged squats are a thing. Wonder if they're a thing. Boy, yeah, that's enough. Sick. That is, well, all right, one more set. Honoring a buddy of mine, I'm gonna put two and a halves on there. 2.5. It's a little inside joke between me and my old lifting buddy. Let's do a few more. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. God. Good. Okay, so that's pretty good without killing myself. I'm still getting a decent stress on the quads there. Okay, so now move on to calves. Shoot, I'll probably do seated calves, but I will do a few standing calves with that weird platform. See how far I get. Push this back a little bit. See, you guys can see. All right. Oh. Before I do that, I gotta take a little break. So, back. These things it's a balancing act, and it's really fucking trepidatious here. I always feel like I'm gonna fall right on my face. Should just get like a standing calf machine, really. Anyway. Easy. And then tomorrow I'm probably gonna broadcast or record shoulder workout, and then a shoulder and tricep workout, and Thursday will be biceps and forearms. And then Friday I'm not gonna broadcast anything because I'm going away. So I'll be away until Sunday. So the next 3 days won't really have too much. I may post some content that a guy is working on for me in the interim. But you guys, man, every morning get up. I'm still gonna be working out. You know, I may broadcast from where I am. I may record something. I'm taking my laptop. We'll see. But for all intents and purposes, my last workout is going to be Thursday of this week until next week. So here we go. I don't feel too bad. It's balance starting to come. I've been doing this a while. Okay. Do a little more weight on there. I'm still going to do the seated ones, but I'm going to try with a little more sensitive. So I'm going to be conservative. Put 30 pounds on. See how that goes. Feel those endorphins. Feels really good. Since I started working out, when I get in the zone, I feel like Superman. I feel like the whole world doesn't matter. Only the workout matters. You know, it's kind of corny, but it's really good. All right. There's no other high that satisfies me. That's why I never did drugs. Again, may seem corny, but the high that I get from lifting and running beats any drug I think I could ever try. And it's good for you. It's a little bit addictive, I will say, but it's a good addiction, you know. And it's good for you. It's good for your mind too. A lot of people don't realize that. Working out helps your mind develop. It all ties together. Ooh. That was fun. Almost had it. Hold on. Need two more. And then I'll move to the seated ones because I don't like that. Nice little stretch there. So it's a weird feeling, but your balance does get better as you go. And I think that's good for those little smaller muscles that stabilize you. So when you're working around the house or whatever, lifting something and maybe you're like a weird angle, those little small stabilizer muscles what prevents you from getting injured. And I feel like an exercise like that where you have to maintain balance and sort of a strong core, it's a perfect example of what you can do to strengthen those muscles. So, and it's like anything else, like you get better at it. I was doing bench presses, like I think I mentioned, but I was like all over the place, and then eventually you get nice strict form. So the seated ones. Now, my calves aren't really injured, but they're worn and raw because of the knee on the left side. So I gotta take it a little bit easy on the calves. This left calf, I pulled it about, I don't know, 13, 14 years ago. I was running a race, and I was not prepared for it, and I was getting towards the end of the race, and I wanted to finish strong, and it was a hill, and I decided to just back up, rear up, and just tackle this hill. And as soon as I backed up and pushed forward, the first step I took, I had a big crunch, like, and that was it for my Achilles, whatever, or for my calf, man. It just hyperextended the whole thing. I could barely move. I'm like limping across the finish line. It was not pretty. Very embarrassing. But more importantly, it took me like 4.5 months to even get to a point where I could walk, really, like normally. But it took me like um, 4 months before I could do any semblance of a run again. And ever since then, it's been off. It's grown back weird, and I can't develop it like I can my right calf. It just, the plumpness doesn't come in there. So I think maybe one of these days I'm going to get that MRI too and see what's going on. Maybe surgery can repair that or something. I'm going to throw a couple tens and a couple fives on there. See what that does. Last week I think I did tens and it was too much. So we'll see. Yeah, I can handle this. It's about good, but I'm going to come down a significant amount. Fives. And that's 100 pounds even. I was gonna do some walking lunges too, but I'm not really sure how to film that. I guess I'd have to get my camera, phone camera, and put it in the other room. There's no room in here, and just like put it on a tripod. But the problem is transferring the files from the phone to the computer. I use Dropbox, and Dropbox is just, for whatever reason, there's like a connection issue there. I don't know if it's my laptop or if it's Dropbox itself. I'll have to try a different computer and see what happens. Anyway, you didn't need to know all that. I may do. No, this will be it. This will be the last set of these. I go nice and slow. I'm not trying to rep anything out here. They get the rep outs when I run. Oh, they're burning. Oh, they are burning. Yikes. Oh, one more. Oh, that's good. That feels great. Stretch out a little bit. I'm gonna do extensions and curls. Let's see where we are with those. We'll move on to hips. Phew. I'm really happy that I got that extension, the leg extension, leg curl machine, the hip abduction, adduction machine. Those definitely proved to be valuable pieces of equipment. Yeah, I'm really glad I bought them. Not cheap, but I'm glad I bought them. The only other thing I wish I could get is a leg press, but they always say like if you're really serious about lifting, and you shouldn't be messing around with the leg press. You're not going to get it. Like I think it was Platts who said that you can't use leg press. You can, but it's not going to do anything for you really in terms of development. I think probably it has its place. You build strength or whatever, but I agree. Like if you want to build those big quads, you gotta get under the bar. And according to him, you gotta get really low too. I don't know if I believe that. I find the lower I get, the more I'm working my hamstrings and not my quad. So I feel like they have a purpose, but you should still do some like, it's for the lack of a better word, a set like partial reps for quads. This is really cool. This is pulling on my right knee too. I don't think I'm going very high on this. I think I've worked them hard enough already, so I'm gonna take it easy on that. Feel like 3 more reps, controlled. Can't even straighten everything out. That's good. Okay. Now I'm gonna lower that down. Let's see how this feels for a few reps here. Yikes, man. I really pushed hard. I haven't had a cheat day in over a week, and it feels great. But I'm gonna cheat Friday so I can hang on till then. I don't think that having a cheat day once a week is really damaging to anybody. If you really want to lose weight, then maybe go once every 10 days, maybe, maybe 2 weeks in the beginning, whatever, but you don't really need to go that far. And when I say cheat day, I mean like where you're really just eating whatever the hell you want to eat, as much as you want to eat. And I'm really talking about a cheat meal because a cheat day, you could blow your whole diet by doing that sometimes. It's better to just, especially if you're trying to like get into ketosis or something. Anyway, to each his own. I still try to get my carbs. I didn't used to use carbs. I used to just like plain, lean protein, and that was it. Eggs, like no carbs whatsoever. No bread, no rice, no cream of rice, none of that stuff. I don't eat oats anyway, but I eat oats. Just really, really, really lean. And then you're in a fog and you can't move, you don't have any energy, and it's just not good for you. I got a little braver and I started introducing carbs at one point, and I actually lost more weight that way. So, see, the thing is like I take this medicine that makes me gain a lot more weight than the average person would gain if I eat the wrong foods. And I was always worried that if I eat like rice or what certain kinds of foods that I would gain a whole bunch of weight. But rice is safe. Certain kinds of foods are safe. You gotta stay away from like gluten, I guess, and sugary stuff. But I mean, rice is okay. Certain things are okay. Even popcorn doesn't really mess me up. Just gotta like moderate how much you eat. And you feel better and you can go longer. And I'm not worried about being in ketosis anymore. Medications mess you up, man. I tried to get off of it last year. I almost made it. If it wasn't for the way things are, man, I would have stayed off of it. I got as low as you could possibly go. I'm gonna do one more set of this and then I'll move to curls. Same weight. Because it's like you don't see it in my face, but this is screaming like somebody's piercing a white hot needle into my knee right now. So I'm trying really hard. Trying really hard to work around it. Anyway, I don't know why that medicine made me gain weight. It just does. And it messes up other things too, like, your ability to perform. So I don't like it for those reasons, but the weight gain by far is the worst. It's like you work out and work out and work out and you still get fat. When I'm off the meds, I don't have that problem. I work out so much that I don't really gain a lot of weight, so if any. So anyway, really hoping that times improve because I want to try that again. Yeah, that's about all I can do there. Okay, moving on to curls. My hamstrings been feeling a lot better, so I probably could do a little bit more weight. But I'm not going to do a whole bunch of weight on this either. As you see my black feet from walking on this mat. Yeah, this room here, it took us 2.5 years to build this. And I say us because I helped. Digging out this used to be a crawl space. And we dug all the dirt out. We went, I don't know how many feet down, like 15 feet down, something like that. And it was just like for years, just digging that dirt out. And then I had one crew come in here, they ended up leaving and I had to do it myself for a while. I hired somebody else and they were here during the pandemic and it took like a year to get down to like 10 feet. And then they had to leave and never came. They were going to come back and they didn't. And then I kept digging and digging and digging on my own and hauling buckets of dirt out. Okay, that's good. We're back at one point just to build this little gym, this little personal gym that I have right now. And I wanted to go down far because I wanted to be able to do like Olympic lifting and chin-ups and stuff like that. So that's why I went so far down. But the width of the room, the area isn't big enough for what I really need. I thought it was going to be plenty of space, but like once we put the walls in and everything, it really shrunk everything down. So if I had known that, I probably would have even done it at all, or we would have gone underneath the garage. But I don't know. We probably would have had, wouldn't be able to get the warrants for that. All right, let me do a couple more sets of this. This is a very chatty workout today because I'm not really pushing. Like I need to fill the rest of the time with talk. It's a nervous thing, I guess. But anyway, do the best I can. One day maybe I'll be able to give you a more strenuous workout. So all in all, I'm glad I built this thing, but it was a lot of money and a lot of time. And we also have a natural spring in the ground, and it would keep pumping water in here all the time. So we had to get a sump pump permanently put in here to keep the water from rising. And even after all that, when we finally like concreted everything in, it's still leaking water in. So I had to have a waterproofer come in here and fix the sump and then fix it again. A lot of damn money, man. Way more than it was worth. This is going to be the last set of this. I'm just getting a little more reps in. Okay. Moving on to hips. I should think I can keep the camera and just do like that. Move that bent out of the way. Maybe I'll move this to get a little different angle on this. This is as low budget as you can get. I wanted this to be raw and gritty. And that's what it is. So we'll do, I think this probably too late. I'll do the adductor first today. It's a little strenuous on my groin. So I usually spot myself here, first couple reps anyway. I used to, when I did these, I used to try to get my legs spread apart as far as I possibly could because I thought that was helping my flexibility, and all it was doing was just tearing up my muscles and ligaments and shit. I always wanted to have that, like, I want to be able to do the splits and then be able to do like really high side kicks and stuff like Taekwondo and stuff, like you know they do in the movies and stuff. Maybe one day I'll be able to do that, but I don't know. I don't really have that kind of flexibility, man. I don't know how you get there either. I look online, I see all these different things, and I've tried all these different things, but nothing seems to work. I even bought a machine for it. That didn't work. So maybe I got to get a flexibility coach. That was a pretty good weight. I can try going up a notch. I'm doing 60 pounds now. But before I do any more, I'm going to kind of shake out the joints there. Okay. Do 2 sets of this. Do a few sets of the abductors, and then I'll be done. But I'm never happy about having to work out. As much as I love this stuff, man, I'm never looking forward to the workout. I'm always like, oh. But once I get started, I'm so glad I did. I take that back. I'm looking forward to the workouts these days. But it's more of just like getting in there and relieving the stress of everyday life. And then at the end of it, I'm glad I'm glad I did because the stress is reduced or eliminated completely. But like having to do it in the morning, just knowing that I have to do it sometimes is like, oh man, like I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna pull it off today. I do it every day though. It says 17. Not every day. I'm always glad I did it. I think everybody else feels the same way when you that feeling you get when you do a good workout. Nothing like it, man. And you're doing something good for your body and you look good and you feel better and just all in all, it's just good. I think this is one of the keys to living forever. I really do. I think the other things you can do, if you have the money, stem cells, platelet-rich plasma. They've got another thing they're developing now that's supposed to block the proteins um, that attack your joints and decrease cartilage and cause osteoarthritis. So they block the proteins and your body repairs itself naturally. Moving on to vectors. It's in trial phases. This shit always takes so damn long to release, man. They test it for like 8, like by the time it comes out, I'll probably be gone. It's probably take like 40 years just to release the shit. But they got this thing for that, and then they got something for Alzheimer's, which would be good for my mom, especially. Her memory's starting to go. Um, so that's all promising stuff, and I'm like, I can't wait till it comes out. I mean, it takes so damn long, and it's almost like other countries and stuff get the shit passed a lot quicker. And it might be a little sketchy going to Mexico for certain things, but I think that there are reputable clinics elsewhere that just kind of like accelerate the progress a little more than we do, the FDA. I think it's worth trying in certain cases, especially if you got like cancer or something and you got nothing to lose. There's people that go to like Germany and stuff. Eddie Van Halen went overseas and he said that, or his family said it gave him probably 2, 3 years more life. So, you know, there's all kinds of stuff. I don't know if my generation's going to live forever, but one of these generations they're going to have a cure for the disease that they call aging. What they've done for my generation though is amazing. Just the fact that working out and eating right does what it does, and that we've discovered that is true through the years of just doing it um, ourselves, just in our lifestyles and stuff, is an amazing discovery. You're seeing people like I said, Robbie Robertson's like 80 years old and he's ripped, shredded, a little stiff, probably because he doesn't do any flexibility or anything in yoga, but strong as a freaking oak, man. Okay, I'm gonna do one more set of these, same weight. I'm not trying to build thick hips, man. So it's really exciting, but I wish they'd hurry the hell up. A little slower on the squeeze there, really squeeze it out. I'm feeling a little stronger now. Hold it. Come back slow, 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 slow. Good. All right, guys, that's it today. Sorry for being so chatty. Tomorrow will not be nearly as chatty, I promise you. Keep it up. Don't ever quit. Just don't ever quit, man. You'll be glad you didn't.